Ever wonder how that little box in your hand freezes a moment in time? Today, we're going to demystify the camera. All right, let's get right into it. It all kicks off with a super simple and super old principle about light. You know, the very first camera wasn't a device you could hold. It was actually a room you could walk into. It was called the camera obscura, Latin for dark chamber. This is the basic idea that makes all photography possible. So check this out. Light travels in straight lines. A tiny hole lets just enough through to project an upside-down image. And what's really cool is changing the hole size, the very first aperture, changes how sharp the image is. But a projected image just disappears, right? The next big step was figuring out how to make it permanent. Fast forward to 1888. George Eastman's Kodak camera put photography into everyone's hands, all thanks to chemical film. Kodak's famous slogan really said it all. Suddenly, you didn't have to be an expert to take a picture. Okay, now for the next giant leap, swapping out the magic of chemistry for the power of electronics. This is the big one, the switch from analog film to the digital sensor. It totally changed the game. And this whole revolution happened fast. From the first sensor in '69, it only took about 30 years to match film. But how does a tiny little electronic chip actually see an image? Well, it's a pretty fascinating process. At its heart, a sensor is a grid of millions of pixels. It just turns light particles into electricity. It's a quick three-step dance. Light becomes electricity, which then becomes the digital data for your photo. But wait, there's a catch. On its own, a sensor can only see in black and white. It's basically colorblind. The solution is brilliant. A microscopic mosaic of red, green, and blue filters is placed right over the pixels. Okay, so now the camera can see in full color. But how do you control what it sees? It all comes down to controlling exposure, which is just how bright or dark your final picture is going to be. First up is aperture. Just think of it like the pupil of your eye, opening up to let in more light. Here's the slightly tricky part. A smaller F number actually means a wider opening, so way more light. Next is shutter speed. This is simply how long the sensor is exposed to all that light. And finally, there's ISO. This setting digitally boosts the sensor's sensitivity to light, perfect for dark situations. So there you have it. From a simple dark room to the supercomputer in your pocket, it's all about capturing light. The tech is just the tool. The real question is, what story will you go out and capture with it?